Module 4, Lesson 11, Constant Rate. We're going to look at example 1 and example 2 here. First one, Pauline mows a lawn at a constant rate. Suppose she mows a 35 square foot lawn in 2.5 minutes. What area in square feet can she mow in 10 minutes and in t minutes? So there's a couple different ways that you could do this, but since I know in the future that we're going to have to make a table of values that's not just one or two values, I prefer not to set up a proportion, but you could set up a proportion and cross multiply to solve it. We're going to set up using our equations from lesson 10. So we know that rate equals distance divided by time. It doesn't necessarily have to be distance. It could be what you're getting done in an amount of time. So for this problem, I would say we are getting done 35 square feet in 2.5 minutes. If we were to take and we were to divide 35 by 2.5, we get 14. So the rate that Pauline can mow is 14 square feet per minute. Now, if we want to write an equation for that, when we write an equation, let's just think about the equation for distance from the other day. D equals R times T. D can also be what we get done. So in this case, what we get done is equal to our rate times our time. A lot of times we don't use D here, we will use Y, and we don't use T here, we use X. So any number of minutes I put in here, work out the equation, and it will tell me the amount of grass that I mow. Okay, this is how much grass we get mowed. So they're asking how much can she mow in 10 minutes. So if I go back to this equation, put 10 in here, y equals 14 times 10, she can mow 140 square feet. If we want to put any number in there, t, whoops, let's keep x first. If I want to put any number, any amount in there, like for example, the next one it's saying, how about t minutes? Well, then I'll put a t in there. Y equals 14 times t. So I could mow 14 t feet squared, whatever that amount turns out to be. All right, now we want to take this table and fill it in and graph it. So y equals 14x is our equation. These are our x's, these are our y's. And it doesn't give me any values to put in here for t. So I can pick whatever I want to put in there for t. Now I know a couple of them that I'm going to pick because I've already worked them out and I might as well use them. But let's start with some other simpler ones. Let's start with 1, 3, and 5. Now I'm going to definitely put the 2.5 in here because that was given to me up here in the beginning. I know in 2.5 minutes she can mow 35 square feet. And I'm going to also use the 10 because I had to calculate that up here. In 10 minutes she could mow 140 square feet. So I'm going to make sure I put that in. The other ones I'm going to have to calculate. So y equals 14 times 1. 14 times 1 is 14. This would have been 14 times 2.5. If you work that out, you should get 35. 14 times 3 should give you 42. 14 times 5 should give you 70. And we already did 14 times 10. Up above, we got 140. So now we have some points. Where did I get these numbers? I pick anything I want that's reasonable for the problem. Okay? It's reasonable that I would mow for 1 minute. It's reasonable that I would mow for 10 minutes. So these are all reasonable numbers here. We probably go up to 30 minutes would be still reasonable. Anyhow, now we need to plot these points. So we're going to take these coordinates, 1, 14, and we're going to plot it over 1 up 14. 2.5, 35, so over 2.5 spaces, and then up 35. 3, 42. Ooh, 570s off the chart and 10 140s off the chart. So I won't be able to plot those last two. Once I have my points plotted, I can draw a line that connects those points that would show me any amount of time. And there will be the graph for this equation and for these coordinate values. All right, example 2. Water flows at a constant rate out of a faucet. Suppose the volume of water that comes out in 3 minutes is 10.5 gallons. 3 minutes, 10.5 gallons. How many gallons of water come out of the faucet in t minutes? So again, we have this rate is equal to distance divided by time, or what we get done in an amount of time. So we get 10.5 gallons in 3 minutes. If we take 10.5 and divide by 3, we get 3.5 gallons per minute. So that's how much water is flowing out every minute. So an equation that we can write for that, distance equals rate times time. The distance is equal to 3.5 times our time. A lot of times, again, we don't use D, we use Y, and we don't use T, we use X. So you can see down here in the table, the first column is T, that's the same as my X. The first column is always your X value. Over here, Y is the same as V, so that's my amount here. So they use V for volume instead of D for what you get done. Anyhow, so this would be the equation for that. Now we need to write an equation for T. So Y equals 3.5 times T. Putting T into the equation here for X gives me this equation. So Y equals 3.5 times X. We will substitute in down here and we will start to come up with those points. Where do we get the points for X? This time they gave them to us. They told us they want us to use 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we put 0 in here for X, Y also turns out to be 0. If we put 1 in for X, we get 3.5. If we put 2 in, we get 7. If we put 3 in, we get 10.5. And if we put 4 in, we get 14. So now that we have our X and Y coordinate values, we can plot those and draw the line. So 0, 0, 1, 3.5, 2, 7, 3, 10.5, and 4, 14. Didn't go off the graph this time. It's because they told us what points to pick, and they probably picked those strategically for us. Draw the line. Should go through all the points. And there's the graph of that equation and the graph of that table. So if we want to predict values in between here, like for example at 1.5 minutes, we should be able to go in between here and figure out approximately how much water leaks at 1.5 minutes. So between 5 and 6 probably. We can also predict if 12 gallons of water have leaked out, how much time did pass. Well, here's 12 gallons of water, so we would have to come down here and see how much time has passed, and it's between 3 and 4 minutes have passed. So you can use the graph to read and figure out other answers.